Hi there, going to do a pretty short article review, I believe, a little bit of a commentary in regards to Kerri-Anne Kennerley threatening to quit after Studio 10 row with Yumi Steins. So everyone knows about this story now. Yumi called KKK Kennerley a racist. She's a white bigot, even though she was really just being showing concern for those within the Aboriginal communities that suffer horrendous abuse. So it was really a gross accusation from Yumi, and I think a lot of people's that's a lot of people's sentiments. You know, she called KKK a racist without any need to, and that's pretty gross. And following that, apparently Kerri-Anne's pretty disappointed because is it Studio 10 or Channel 10? I've not watched Australian TV for a long, long time. Um, but the channel in question didn't do any PR work for Kerri-Anne, and frankly, PR work needed to have been done because she was branded a racist by someone, Yumi, who has a profile, um, and she was branded a racist on national TV. So yeah, she needed some PR work. Come on, to protect her reputation and all of this type of thing. So because Channel 10 or Studio 10 didn't arrange and pay for that, Kerri-Anne did that herself. And I'm sure she's very savvy. I'm sure she's very aware of what needs to be done and the companies that can help her assist doing that. Um, but yeah, she had to handle that herself. So she feels let down by the channel for that reason and the fact that the channel haven't offered her an apology or scolded Yumi, seemingly, or publicly scolded her at least. And Yumi's been going on air on radio, and she said things like, she's been around forever, referring to Kerri-Anne. She's been around forever. She's like a cockroach. She can't be extinguished. Which, I mean, that could be taken as a reasonable comment because Kerri-Anne has been around for a very long time. And yeah, she probably can't be extinguished. You know, she has been fired from positions before, I think, or let go, as is kind of normal in media. But you know, she's come backs up because she's good at what she does, as far as I understand, and people like her, as far as I understand. I mean, to me, she's like, you know, this might sound funny coming from me because I've got a British accent, but she's like a real Aussie. She's an Aussie treasure, like Bert Newton. I mean, that's kind of how I view Kerri-Anne. I don't know too much about her, but you know, she's of that generation. She's 65, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like a real Aussie, true blue. So I think a lot of people do love her. She's an Aussie TV legend. But calling her a cockroach, did you have to use that term, Yumi? Like you've called her racist, and now you're calling her a cockroach. So it's not it's not very complimentary language, is it? It's pretty ugly language. Couldn't you have expressed yourself in less aggressive, obnoxious terms? Anyhow, so Kerri, I realize I'm waffling. Kerri is basically pissed off and she's threatening to quit. And frankly, I hope she does. The reason why I hope she does is because she's had all the success she could possibly wish for. She's had more success than she could possibly wish for. She's been on the TV for decades. I'm sure she's got several millions of dollars she's not going to want for money at any stage. Um, and this is a point of principle. The principle being she was accused of being a racist. And why was Yumi so comfortable in calling her a racist? Well, my guess is because she's white. That's my guess. I mean, I don't know because Yumi seemingly hasn't been asked that question, or if it has, I've not seen. I've not seen that publicized. So to me, that's my guess. I could be wrong, but I think that Kerri-Anne was number one wrongly and unfairly attacked, and number two, or called a racist, and number two, called a racist because she's white. Um, so I think there is a principle here. There's Carrie Ann does have the opportunity to say, no, this is not acceptable. You can't have people randomly calling other people racists for no good reason, and raising the subject of abuse within Aboriginal communities is not a good enough reason, or it's not a reason to call someone, label someone, attack someone as being a racist. So Carrie Ann has an opportunity here to make a stand on a principle, and the wider message there can be, look, we've got to stand up to this bullying, which is what it is, bullying from these leftist nutbags that just want to bandy out these accusations, particularly towards white people, to call white people racist, bigots, members of the patriarchy and whatever else, mentioning white privilege. So Carrie Ann has an opportunity to make a stand. Now, if she were to do that, I don't think she would, she'd be able to weather that storm. Carrie Ann would be, even if she was never to work another day in her life, financially speaking, she's going to be fine. And she'll always be regarded as a TV legend. So she's strong enough to weather the storm. So I think really those people that are strong enough to weather storms are really the people that ought to be involving themselves in necessary fights. And to me, this looks like a necessary fight in the wider sense. Not this incident between Carrie Ann. It's not that important. I get that. It's not the biggest deal in the world. There are more dramatic events which occur, but at the same time, um, it is something, and it has been publicized, and it does have a direct effect on Carrie Ann. She's clearly unhappy about it, and rightfully so. So I hope Carrie Ann does um, stand up for herself, really, and stand up against these leftist nutbags that just want to bandy out um, labels.